I am by names Sheikh Juma Bakit Chuchu. I come from Arua, that's West Nile, a place which is bordering Congo and Sudan, extreme. And here in the Supreme Council, I'm the Secretary for Education, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. When you talk about the issue of extremism, which is always aligned with religion, and mostly the religion talked about is Islam, not any other religion, it perturbs me in many ways. One, it perturbs me in the sense that always the talk is about Islam, and when you go to the papers or you go to TVs, when they want to talk about it, they first bring a person who is dressed either in hijab, in Islamic women attire, or men attire before they talk about it. So it makes it to appear as if Islam is a very dangerous religion to humanity, very dangerous religion to the world, which is not the case. Which is not the case. Why is it not the case? Because Islam is a religion that has a guidance, and this is the book which is called the Quran, Al-Quran, which means if you recite the book in the Quran, you'll find that this book talks about peace and not terrorism. It talks about peace. Peace between man as an individual with his God. Peace between man and his fellow man. Peace between man and the environment. All this talks about peace and nothing more. The Quran talks about peace. The man called Muhammad, his name alone explains peace itself, the most praised because of the peace he has brought. This is a man who demonstrated peace in his talks. He demonstrated peace in his activities. He demonstrated peace at his home and everywhere. Then, Islam itself, the name Islam, is also peace. All the same, the Muslims are followers of these books. Muslims are not people who follow any other book apart from this book. So if there's something to do with extremism, then it should have been, the Muslims should have got from this book. But the book does not talk about extremism at all. It's a book of peace, religion of peace, and the people who follow it should be people of peace. So I totally disagree with the idea and the notion that Islam is a religion of terrorism. No. Extremism, no. That's not Islam. Why people are provoked? People get provoked, and when they are provoked, the reaction that they have makes them go to extremes because of anger. So, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this prophet, has demonstrated to us what anger is supposed to, if you are angered, what you should do. He told us, he said, when you are a Muslim is angry because of other things, because there are 10% of problems that come from, that you cannot avoid, they face you. But then the 90% of the problems come from your reactions, that you react to those problems that cause you some problems. He said, you have to be patient. Patience, he taught us about patience. When there is an issue that is trying to bring you down, curb you down, trap you down, the only thing is you have to tolerate. You never know, God will come and change. There are many ways of solving problem, but violence is not the answer to any problem. I give them an example. The prophet went one time to a place called Taif. In Taif, when he was addressing the people, of Taif, they started stoning him. Very many people came stoning him, until he was to run away. Now angels came and told him that, no, we cannot accept this. An angel and a prophet of God to be humiliated like this, we can't accept. The other angel said, I am the angel of this mountain. The other one said, I am the angel of the other mountain. Just command us. We shall bring these mountains and crush everybody who had a hand in attacking you and terrorizing you. In fact, they were terrorizing him. But what did he say? He said, no, don't ever do that, because they have not understood me yet. I will tolerate what they have done. But from their loin, from their backs will come people who will understand what I'm talking to them now. He tolerated them. And today, if you go to Taif, all of them are Muslims. If he was an angry person and he wanted to react to the terror against him, then those people would be no more. But he tolerated it. So I'm saying that all over the world, Muslims have a problem. In their countries, they are being oppressed. Everywhere they are being oppressed. But that should not mean that they should go violent. Islam still needs them. For example, you take a bomb and you destroy yourself. Tomorrow, who will solve the problem behind here? The Prophet himself had to run away when he was being attacked. He ran away to hide because he needs time to talk to people. He needs time to organize people. Don't expect everybody in this world will love you. Never. Nobody will love you. Don't expect everybody will do the things that you want them to do. But give time. Let the Muslims be patient and give time to their problems. One day, the whole world will understand that Islam is not a religion of violence. My recommendation is that, one, our people should know that situations, whether it is good or bad, comes from God. God can change what you will never change. That's one thing we have. We have to trust in God. And the second thing we have to do, if we want our situation to be okay, the second thing, we need dialogue with the people who are disturbing us. We need to sit down with them. Ask them, what is the problem? Where is my problem? And what do you want from me? Let us sit down and understand one another. You see, let's sit, if it is the problem from the government, let's sit down and find out where is the problem. When we sit on round the table, I am very sure that some of the issues that we think is difficult can be taken. For example, I give you an example of what was about the UN resolutions. I don't remember the time, about the Palestinian state. When it was around the table, I think there were many non-Muslim countries that supported the what? That supported the state. That let us give them the state. You see? Why? Because the people sat down and think that they are right. So when we talk, when we promote dialogue, we can be able to change what we could not change if we use violence. Now, if I blow myself off, who will tomorrow talk? Who will change things? Nobody. We need people to be alive, to be able to look for other avenues of changing issues. Before we give advice to this youth, the first thing I have to say is this, that the youth today have a problem. One of the problems of the youth is unemployment, and they are seeking for a quicker method of survival. That's one major problem the youth are having. So that if they land their hands on any person who can solve that problem they are looking for, they will go for it. That's one big problem we have. Muslim organizations, non-Muslim organizations should address the issue of unemployment of the youth, should address the issue of education of the youth. Once these issues are addressed, no youth can ever go to some of these things. Because you see, an empty stomach, if the stomach is empty, the brain does not work. Whatever you tell the person, he will never listen. Even if they are looking for you, they want to kill you, and you hide in cellings. When you are besieged for 5 days, hungry, you will rather accept the bullet to kill you than remaining dying there of hunger. So the point here is, we are appealing to organizations, whether it's Muslim or non-Muslim organization. Muslims are not violent people. Muslims need to be helped. The young men need to be brought up to understand that the other road to the left is a wrong road, and the one to the right is the right road. That is the only way we can help the youth to come out. And the second thing I'm telling my Muslim youth is that let us tolerate issues. Today's bad environment is not tomorrow's environment. These environments will ever change. Things will ever change. Let's raise our hands to God. Whatever we think is wrong about our environment, about ourselves, let us put it to God. God will do the rest for us. That is my intervention in this matter.